Hey, I'm Matt Graham, and
hey,
I'm here with
Matt Graham.
Joe Flowers.
It's the Matt Graham.
We're actually just here at Condor representing some cool knives. So we're both designers with this line, and yeah, we're here. And there's lots of sharp objects here on the table.
It's great. You can just kind of take your hands and anywhere.
Safety first. So where should we start here?
Start with some of your new designs. What about that really cool Sequoia?
All right, so this is the primitive Sequoia, and it's basically a really nice all-purpose chopping style knife. And I like this big wide belly because you can choke up on it and use it like a ulu when you're skinning deer. Plus it's a good dry scrape tool as well. And just a beast of a chopper and a small knife. This is the primitive mountain knife. And this knife is really nice influence from the finished designs, but I gave it a little bit more of a pointed point. So you can drive it into trees, you can ring it and pull down trees that way. It's just a good, very simple knife with a very nice sheath. It's very lightweight. When you wear it on your waist, you don't even know it's there. So after doing my travels through Africa, I was really inspired by the Maasai and what they carried. So I came out with my version of that. It's a very simple knife, double edged, so you can make one side razor sharp for meat, and then the other side you can keep a little bit more of a stronger edge for woodworking. Just give you that option. It's classic African lines right there. So this is also somewhat of a finished design blade shape, the Liku. So more for chopping style, but I modified the handle a little bit, gave it a little bit bigger pommel so you can really swing that knife. And a cool little feature this year is Condor's made their first folding knife. And what this is, it's not just a knife, it's actually a bow drill hand socket. So you've got a nice stable socket there for a bow drill fire. And it comes complete with the full package. You can also keep your bow drill string right in there. So I like this knife because it encourages people to interact a little bit more with nature and actually go out and build stuff.
Matt, I'm loving your new designs, especially the lightweight African style Maasai, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
After what they use out there.
It's 2 millimeters thick, which makes it really light in the hand. I mean, you can swing this thing around and do all sorts of fun things like cut YouTubers, which we haven't done yet, or at least on this show. So we got a whole slew of there is still time. We got a whole slew of other stuff, and we probably won't get to cover it all, but we'll show some heavy hitters. New this year is a Navajo knife.
I love that knife.
This is really cool, man. The sheath that they did down there was fantastic. They're like, Joe, check out the sheath. I was like, all right, I'll look at the sheath. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. The knife, you know, we have a little bit of embellishment. If we took away the embellishment, it'd look kind of plain, but with the braid wrap, you know, it's really easy for them to do for future designs as well. Could look cool with that, with like a wood handle, like one on each side. Oh, that could be sweet.
Sweet.
We also have some longer style Viking axes. You may have to pan out with this one because it's really long. Valhalla axe series. This was designed in-house at Condor, and it was done very well. You can see the etching and the laser etching that's on the handle. New for this year too is we have a shovel, also designed in-house by Condor. A shovel with a bottle opener, because after you're working hard out in the garden or I don't know, recovering your vehicle, you'll probably want a beer, but don't drink and drive. That's bad. And it also has a more of a courtesy edge on the front, but there's an actual sharp edge on the side. You can dull it or sharpen it to whatever you need. Now, your boy here at Gideon's Tactical picked this up and loved this. We skeletonized the handle a lot. When you put a smashing pommel on the back, it gave it a really interesting balance point. And we call this the operator's Bowie. And I don't have any military experience, but I listened to a lot of the people here at SHOT Show and what they wanted in a Bowie, because it's a good American Bowie with an American bad, you-know-what attitude, and it comes with a Kydex sheath that's reversible. Very hardcore Bowie. Yeah. This was really fun to test. We were at the factory and we were taking this and smashing it with a sledgehammer to try and see if we could get that weld to break. We couldn't do anything.
Nice.
We need to run over it with a tank.
One of the things I liked about this knife too, when I picked it up, it's a lot lighter than it looks.
Yeah.
It's really nice in the hand.
And Americans like thick knives. I love thick knives. We have a new Khukuri designed with Alan K, the K-Tat Khukuri. It's a new version of the heavy-duty Khukuri with the smashing pommel and a smashing handle, skeletonized handle, but it's very thick and robust. It's a hard chopper that the winner of the first season of Alone liked. But then we also wanted to try and find stuff that would look heavy, but when you pick it up, you get very surprised because it's extremely lightweight. This is the new Makara. This was designed by myself after watching way too many Lord of the Ring movies and thinking about it. I also got better at AutoCAD, so it became a lot easier to just modify stuff a little bit and get that look. For instance, when I was there at the computer, instead of using like crayons and stuff that I used to, I gotta get a new joke. It's got funny probably for the last time. This had like a normal sweep, kind of like our Latin machetes, and looked like just another Latin machete. And I was like, what can we do to make it look different? Put a tiny bit of an angle on there, and it turned the whole entire look into a Japanese style machete. And man, I loved it when I first saw it. I was like, I can't wait to see this. When you pick it up, it's very light in the hand. It's a machete first, a sword second. You can still do like what he was talking about, using it as an ulu and a great draw knife. And you probably could skin a deer with it, but it'd be really, really tough to work it. I'm not as good. Yeah, we have a guy down in Colombia who I know probably could, because he like clips his toenails with machetes.
It's also good for creating personal space, because every time you pick it up,
This is great for close talkers and stuff. You know, you just start waving it around. Well, there's a thing called proprioception with body parts where you know where they are without looking with them. I do that with machetes a lot, but I don't realize how scary it looks. So in the Philippine jungles, Matt, there's a lot of these indigenous that are down there who are using bolos made out of leaf springs, so 5160 steel, but they're hammering them out. They put like a tire for a handle, a piece of a tire as a handle. You probably have seen them in person. And they're cool, but they're hard to find. You have to go on eBay to like find one of these, and they're really expensive. And I love the lines on it. I had a fellow named Ruben Bowie come down, because he always goes down to some of the jungle survival schools there. And he brought the knife, and of course I photographed it, took pictures, asked him what he loved about it, and he said, I'd like to see a Condor version. So we went out and tried to make a Condor version of it, and the results were pretty nice.
You got a nice taper on that back spine too.
Yeah.
Nice, just like when they pound them out.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that and that's important with the Khukuri too, because they're pounding those out as well. There's a part in a Khukuri where they actually pound a concaveness in there to take out a lot of the steel, and that's a great way to make knives and machetes lighter. So we have a whole slew of other stuff that you can see on the Condor webpage, www.condortk.com. On Facebook, you can follow us. You can follow Matt Graham. He has some new classes coming up. What was the name? Backbone? Hell's Backbone?
Yeah, so it's the Hell's Backbone Ranch.
Hell's
It's out of
Backbone Ranch.
Boulder, Utah. The classes will be up in about a week or two online.
So you can buy his Condor design knives. Then you can go to Hell's Backbone Ranch.
Show up at the classes with them. I'll be very
With
flattered.
them, yes, you can sign them, and then you can use them to make all sorts of Aboriginal awesomeness, which I'm probably going to not have to do. I must do do a whole Condor photo shoot while we're out there for the catalog, and life is great sometimes. Anyways, yes, most of the time, especially when you have a Condor tool. So find us on Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube, and even Pinterest if you'd like, at Condor Tools and Knives. And hit the subscribe button below for Gideon's, and give them a thumbs up, because he's doing a great job out here. He's got a high-speed, low-drag GoPro that he's filming with, and he's doing an awesome job with it instead of these giant devices that are out here. So he's really happy to deal with, because he's not lugging 20 pounds of camera equipment around.
Folks, thanks for coming over and watching this episode of SHOT Show 2017. We'll be posting up a bunch of videos throughout the next couple weeks, so you want to stay tuned. And we're really looking forward to testing out a lot of gear and different new items you haven't seen on the channel before because of coming to SHOT Show. So thank you so much for coming over here. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. Any questions I can answer for you, I will do in the comments below. And always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.